Now Suzuki walks it and shoots. Wallstedt knocked that away, and Reese got flattened in front of the Swedish goal. Penalty coming. The shot fired and scored. Matthew Robertson, top shelf, and Canada's back on top. A penalty was coming, and Robertson walked in and snapped it home.
But Matthew Robertson makes a real good play stepping in. And again,
how would you describe yourself as a player?
Yeah, I'd probably describe myself as a two-way defenseman. Like to play against the other team's best players and shut them down, as well as jumping up in the rush.
Xavier Perron drops it back, and that long shot taken there by Matthew Robertson. The rebound to Poulin shoots. Reese back for Robertson. Across he goes. And then with a quick shot, and the save made by Elnefelt. The puck almost got free, and now Robertson a chance. Rebound Lafreniere sends it back in front. Doc couldn't reach it, and Groenhagen has it back and sends it back to center. Good looks for Canada on that power play.
When you looked at the start of this season, getting ready for this year, were there some things that you wanted to address in your game?
One thing was my physicality and putting on some weight and some muscle just so I can maybe pin guys easier and move them around in the ice. And the other thing was my shot, just to get a heavier shot, move around the blue line quicker, and always working on my skating and my stick speed.
And have you noticed those things kind of developing for you over the first couple months of the season?
Yeah, yes I have.
Peels it back, and here comes Canada again. Samuel Poulin. Along with Holloway and Robertson walking in. Robertson in, shoots, scored!
and Matthew Robertson now reads it perfectly, steps right in there and picks the spot.
Take me back to the this past summer, getting a chance to play in the Hlinka-Gretzky Cup for Canada, obviously, but right here in your backyard. Getting the opportunity to play for Canada is one thing, but doing it on home soil for you as basically the host for the team, that must have been pretty special.
Yeah, it was a surreal experience. Playing in front of friends and family in my hometown, and then winning gold while representing your country is something I'll remember for a lifetime. Not very many people get to have that experience. Unbelievable.
And Matthew Robertson sweeps back.
Matthew's a really good, strong skating defenseman, and when you have defensemen that can close the play defensively and then transport the puck up the ice, there's a real tremendous value in those players. Big, lanky, makes good plays with the puck, thinks with the puck.
Slovak's on the power play, flipped towards the goal by Samuel Canasco, and wired off the glass and down the ice by Matthew Robertson. Suzuki plays it back, and the line is held by Robertson. Matthew Robertson down for Braden Schneider. That sharp angle shot off the stick of Reese goes high and wide. Back to Robertson. In comes Matthew Robertson, walks in and shoots. And that shot deflects up and out of play. Controlled by Canada. Back at the point is Matthew Robertson. Shoots. That goes just wide. Matala spins back in the corner. Feeds it back to Matthew Robertson. The Sherwood Park, Alberta native plays it down. But where a lot of them wind up is Sweden. And that shot, high off the crossbar, score! Matthew Robertson has it go in. They say it was knocked in with a high stick, and they'll wave it off.
Great call.
Komparowski jumping in with Reed. And Schneider moved him off the puck. Doc. Bump, he plays it ahead for Robertson. In comes Matthew Robertson, fires, he put that wide. Lafreniere back with it. Robertson plays it down to Krebs. Krebs tried to center it. Craig, the one thing we can see from this team is obviously a lot of skill, but on the back end, they'll jump in.
They will, and they're encouraged to jump in, and you want to see that when you have good skating defensemen that can handle the puck and make plays. No reason to have them sit back. They can push the defenders back and create a lot of different opportunities, and that is a really good element to have on your team, because now you're creating multiple points of attack. You're forcing your opponents to defend a lot more of the ice in different areas. Leads to the Matt Robertson goal
for Poulin. Poulin loose at the side of the goal, had that roll off his stick. Robertson with a shot that goes off his stick and wide, and Kosmar back with it. Schoberg chops out. That's knocked down by Robertson. Keeps it alive in front of the net. Loose in the corner for Krebs. Centers it. Doc missed that. Back at the point. It goes Robertson a drive. It's between the pads and in.
Matthew Robertson really gets his puck hard to the net. And Fanton just cannot get enough of it.
For you, it's your NHL draft year. You're very highly ranked. I think everybody has you pegged as a first-round pick. Is it something you're thinking about much this year?
No, I try to maybe keep it in the back of my mind, trying to think about it. But, I mean, I just try to go out there and play my game.
Do you remember how old you were when you first started playing hockey?
I think I started skating around 4 or 5. Just started skating with my brother, doing power skating. Grew up playing minor hockey in Sherwood Park, and then all the way up to midget. Staying in Sherwood Park playing, and then finally getting the chance to go play for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Simone Canuck with poke check there by Robertson. Matthew Robertson already 6'3".
Your older brother is Tyler, former Edmonton Oil King as well. I have an older brother. I know when I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was whatever my older brother was doing. Was that part of the reason you started playing?
I think why I got enrolled was because of my brother, but I think once I started playing, I knew I loved it, and I just kind of grew a passion for it early. I mean, having an older brother, he always pushed me a lot. We had an outdoor rink in my backyard. I was in an acreage. We'd always go and play each other one-on-one, and I think he pushed me a lot. I'm better in who I am today.
Robertson drops it back, Gay net with a shot that goes wide out the other side and score! Robertson with it, drawn to line with Poulin. Robertson, first man into the forecheck for Canada. Nifty pivot in the corner. Stick of Krebs was all tied up, and now Robertson moves up. Matthew Robertson plays it down to Lafreniere. Feeds it back to Doc and back to the point. His shot goes off a skating line. Robertson. Long shot that bounces down, and goaltender Sasha Ruppelt hangs on to that.
This is your second full season with the Oil Kings. Last year, 24 points in 67 games. This year, you've already got 15 points in 21 games. What's the biggest difference between this year and last year for you, and just how you feel on the ice?
Probably confidence just for me, and coming back, knowing how everything goes and how to handle the road trips, the grind of the league, and just so many games in such a short amount of time. And
Robertson picks it up and fires it down. 40 seconds to go as Holloway has it. Holloway with Krebs. Holloway slides it across, and that pass broken up. Philip Ostrom chips it down now for the Swedes. Back goes Robertson for it.
I am not a scout. That said, I do watch a lot of junior hockey, so I have feelings, in regards to certain players. I'm a guy who has watched Matthew Robertson play a lot of hockey. There are things Matthew Robertson does better than I have seen a lot of players do. He is very, very calm and poised. There's a lot of subtle creativity in what he does that sets him apart. A lot of times there'll be a forechecker coming in on him. He'll have the puck, behind the goal line in the corner, and he'll just make some sort of little move to avoid getting hit or to avoid a stick check that is so creative, it almost goes unnoticed at times. And you see it on a replay, and you're like, holy cow, he just did a little dipsy-do like that? I didn't even notice that when it was live. It's subtle things like that that set him apart. He's a very good skater. He's got size. He can play a bit physical. He's not overly physical. He has a decent shot, but that can get better. He can get better in a lot of ways. He's a pretty smart player. He's pretty sound defensively. He always gets the tough assignments for the Oil Kings to play against the other team's top players, and he does that very well.
Suzuki wins the draw cleanly back to Robertson, who bangs it off the glass and back down. Lead pass knocked away by Robertson. And that shot by Taransky goes off a leg.
Take me back to the Bantam draft. Taken 7th overall by the Oil Kings back in 2016. There's some pressure that goes along with being taken that high, isn't there?
I think a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you just got to put it aside and just be as good as you can and become better every day and just put the work into it, and you'll be successful.
And now Robertson of the Edmonton Oil Kings of the Western Hockey League sends it back down. Grew up in Sherwood Park here, just east of the city.
Brad Lauer, the new head coach of the Edmonton Oil Kings, is going to really enjoy coaching Matthew Robertson.
Robertson throws it ahead. Suzuki centers it loose, puck in front, battling away for it as Williams gets a shot away. Cade Weber has time, banks it in. Robertson goes back, feeds it across for Barron. 45 seconds left in the period. Off the bench comes Farinacci, shoots for the empty net. Robertson got a stick on that.
There's Robertson batting that shot away.
Canada wins gold at the Hlinka-Gretzky Cup.